Before the video starts, everybody, if you're currently watching this video and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me and turn on the post notifications so you can be notified when I post a new video. It only takes you a couple seconds to subscribe and it would be really much appreciated. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Big J, you're on fire.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Flamo. How you guys doing today? Today's video, guys, we are going to be checking out the deadly war that started in Ukdrill. Now, this video was a recommendation, a suggestion from a while ago. You know, like, it has came to a point where you guys have just recommended me so many suggestions on so many Ukdrill songs. I feel like it's like we could just keep going for on and on, you know. But I do appreciate that. It's not a bad thing, guys. I do appreciate that because the more we have, the better it is. And with that being said, if you guys have any other recommendations that you guys want me to react to on any other Ukdrill songs or whatever, drop them in the comment section below, and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see if I can get to your suggestion. But with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button for me. We want to roll to 3K subscribers. You see that number, man. Click that fucking subscribe button, man. We ain't messing around, right? We ain't messing around. We ain't that 3K. You know what I'm saying, bro? But with that being said, let's get into this video, man. I'm sorry, guys. I just be trying to bring energy, man.
Ukdrill has come a long way since its roots, from its underground and heavily Chicago-influenced start to a now more commercial and cleaned up genre. If we was to tell people back in 2012 that 10 years later that drill artists would be getting hundreds of millions of views and be getting nominated for Brit Awards, they'd think you're crazy. But
and you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this too? The funny thing about it too, well, it's not funny, but it's just a, something like crazy to know about, is that drill music hasn't. I don't know, guys, but this is just based off my personal opinion, okay? I feel like Ukdrill has only been around for maybe like a decade and a half, or maybe even like 2 decades, you know what I mean? Because it's not like how hip-hop started. You know, hip-hop started in New York back in like the 70s, you know? I mean, Ukdrill has been around for quite some time, but I guess you could say is still relatively kind of new, I guess you could say. So
how the genre even started in the first place, and how a deadly feud in South London.
Yeah, I'm curious on how it started. I'm really curious, man. I am actually very curious. Kid nerd.
Before I get into this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to Emma Sleep Beds for sending me out one of their divan.
Hey, that boy paying his bills, man. Hey, get your bag, man. I respect it. Get your money in.
With some early video. So the drill sound as a whole originally started in Southside Chicago, with some early artists to create the sound being big Chicago rapper Chief Keef.
Yes, bro. Yes. And that's why if you guys didn't check out the recent reaction, make sure you go check it out. But I don't know if it was Rondo Montana or somebody, but somebody referenced Chief Keef. And now I know. You know, Chief Keef was like one of the originators. I'm not saying of like Ukdrill. I'm saying he's one of the originators of drill in general. You know? Like Chief Keef, yeah, man.
And
for
now
sure. But I knew it though. Like Chief Keef has been around for a while.
Story for another video. But it didn't take too long for London to start adopting the sound, with one of the first Ukdrill songs to come out in 2013, when a couple guys from a Brixton gang called 150 dropping a song called It's Cracking, which was a heavy diss track to another opposition gang called 6-7.
Oh man, here we go. And this is where it started. This is where it started. You heard what he said? This is exactly how we got all these disses, all these replies, all these all this stuff. It started with this song, man.
Their own diss drill song, using the same beat as the song It's Cracking, and named it It's Frying. But it wasn't always like this. Just a few years before this, 6-7 and 150's area used to be cool. These times, 6-7's area, Brixton Hill, used to be called BHB, which was an abbreviation for the Brixton Hill Bullies. And 150's area, which is situated in the Brixton estate called Angeltown, used to be called Gas Gang, with with both Brixton Hill and Brixton only being separated by one road, both 67 and 150 members on the same track. But in the early 2010s, this all changed, and parts of Brixton started separating. Stuff started getting patchy in the area in 2010. Around these times,
you know what I just realized, guys? I could literally put captions in here. What am I doing, bro? What am I doing, bro? Hey, one of you guys, do me a favor. Can you slap me right now? Because I can't believe I didn't
now
do this.
Called 150. We're having back and forth with another gang located around 7 minutes away in an area called Lower Toes Hill, and the gang in that area was called TN1. But on July the 2nd, 2010, this back and forth took a turn for the worse. An affiliate of the TN1 gang, a 15-year-old kid who went by the name Little Zach, was making his way towards his pupil referral unit, which is pretty much a school for kids who have been kicked out of their mainstream school, normally for bad behavior.
So basically, yeah, like back here, I guess you could say, because here in America, we call that juvenile hall or something like that. I believe that's what it's called.
Behavior. Unfortunately, on some bad timing, 5 members of Gas Gang were also making their way towards his school. Before Little Zach could even get to his school gates, the Gas Gang members jumped out on him, and with Little Zach probably being so terrified and not thinking straight, instead of running into his school, he tried to make a break for it on the road. He managed to get around 100 meters away, but was eventually cornered in the back garden and was repeatedly stabbed to death. This death was especially sad due to Little Zach, just a day before his murder, gave a speech at a London conference about how he wanted to leave the gang life behind him and move on. Little Zach also suffered from sickle cell.
Man. No, why Little Zach? Bro, this is, like, I'm not even joking, guys. This is sad, man. Like, no, bro. 15 years old? Dude. The dude doesn't even have legal consent to get some coochie, bro. Like, bro, that's sad, bro. That actually breaks my heart, man. Like, wow, he wanted to leave again. And that must be tough, too. You know, you're 15 years old in the gang, and you just gave a speech, you want to get out of it, and you just get repeatedly stabbed, and but that breaks my heart, man.
Him to be very small for his age. 5 teenagers were sentenced for this murder, one being a big Gas Gang rapper on the scene called JJ. He was actually identified literally by his nose poking out of his hoodie on the CCTV. The murder of Little Zach made politics.
Why he had to do him like that? Look, why he had to do him like that? He said he was identified because of his nose on the tape. No, why he had to do it like that?
Poking out of his hoodie on the CCTV. The murder of Little Zach made politics weird in the area, including people from Brixton Hill, who are civil with both TN1 and Gas Gang. This situation, alongside a few more situations, caused a massive divide between Brixton Hill and Brixton. Around the same time, the Chicago drill scene started popping off, with the whole of London being tuned in to big Chicago rapper Chief Keef, which started slowly influencing the UK rap game. In 2012,
and you know what it is too? All you need is just one. You seen how this gang, I think it was called Gas Gang. You seen how they did what they did? All it takes is one person to do something. It basically, it's like it doesn't really influence. Well, it does influence. It influences other people that since these people did it, they could do it too, and they think like they can do whatever they want, but that's not how the world works, you know. But at the same time too, it's like that's how the world is. If one person does a certain thing, other people's gonna catch on and they're gonna do their own thing because of you, because basically you started it, and they're just gonna keep on going with it with the trend.
Both 67 and 150 started to become more active in the rap scene, with 67 having a couple rappers like Scribs and Dimsy, and 150 having a few rappers as well like Styx and M-Dog, rapping on old school UK rap beats. But around 2012 you could already start to see some early influence, which started showing when 150 rapper Styx dropped a song called Psycho in 2012. He starts the song off by saying Sosa Baby, which is the same way how Chicago rapper Chief Keef would start off his song. The following year in 2013,
I did not know
this
that.
developed into 6-7, making probably the first drill diss track, with 6-7 members, Scribs and Monkey, making a diss track towards 150 called Really in the Field. A month later, 150 rappers, Sticks and M-Dog, came back at 6-7, with the drill diss track that I mentioned previous called It's Crackin'. In 2014, more and more back and forth tracks between the two gangs continue, and in the same year, other gangs in South London start to jump on drill beats as well, including 6-7 jumping on the...
There you go. You see what I'm talking about? All it takes is just one person, and then other people, they just gonna do it, and then they're just gonna pop off from it, you know? Like, let's be real. Let me give you an example. Aiden Ross. I'm not calling you Aiden. I'm not calling you out, Aiden, right? But you see Aiden Ross, right? You see how he be doing all that gay shit and stuff? Now all these like little YouTubers and stuff, they want to be doing gay stuff too, like I like you pee-pee, this and that and stuff, cause Aiden but you see what you get the point what I'm trying to make, right? You get the point. If one person does it, other people's gonna feel influenced by it, and then they're just gonna do their own thing because of you.
Same beat as the diss track 150 aimed at them called It's Crackin', turning this into the first UK drill beef. But this was also making the streets hot at the time, and less than a couple weeks after 6-7 dropped their diss track called It's Fryin', it was clear that this feud was just more than music. On February the 25th, 2014, a 6-7 member took a trip to Angeltown Estate, which is territory of the 150 gang, until he saw a member of 150 and started trying to run him down. A 150 rapper who went by the name SQ just happened to be driving past at the time and spotted the altercation and tried to hop out of his car and help his friend out. When SQ approached the 6-7 member, he was stabbed multiple times, with a stab wound hitting his heart, leaving him in critical condition and sadly later dying from his injuries. Around the same time, 6-7 started gaining more notoriety in the music scene, mainly due to a rapper from the gang called Scribs. But at the time, Scribs was on a couple cases, which in 2014 eventually ended up with him being banned from making music. But this didn't stop him, with Scribs
Yo, we just reacted to this! Bro! We just reacted to this! Yo! Now this is getting interesting. This is getting interesting now.
Ended up with him being banned from making music. But this didn't stop him, with Scribs changing his name to LD and dropping the biggest UK drill tune to come out at the time called Live
We
Cool.
just
This
dropped
got
that,
numbers.
bro.
And people in the UK that never heard of drill certainly heard of it after this song. And this really put 6-7 on the map. After this, the group were getting millions of views on pretty much anything they put out there. But 150 was starting to struggle.
Hey, first and foremost, I don't know how you guys be knowing this information. You guys must have good memory. Like my UK audience, you guys must have good memory. Because I forgot who, but somebody said that React to like 67, that's where it all started. Like, bro, man, you guys make me look stupid, bro.
For views. But while 6-7 was starting to pick up momentum on their tracks, the streets were also starting to heat up. In 2015, a 6-7 rapper called SJ ordered a minicab from Kennerton in South London to an area called Herne Hill, also in South London. But halfway through his journey, his cab was spun by police, and once him and the cab were searched, he was found in possession of a revolver and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Unfortunately, this was deep into when 6-7 started seeing success, but this didn't really stop the gang's success, and 6-7 really turned drill from an underground sound to a genre which will be listened to all over the country, which was definitely clear when 6-7 was nominated for Best Newcomer in the 2016 Mobile Awards, which was a big statement for the genre. But while 6-7 was starting to receive musical success, 150 was starting to fall under the radar, until a 150 rapper called M24 started to jump on the scene, jumping on a feature with rappers from another
he
gang
caught
in
on
Brixton
what they was
called
doing.
Skendo and AM, which done numbers, and he really started putting on for his gang, especially in 2019, featuring other members of his 150 gang on his songs, getting tens of millions of views. But while 150 was starting to rise up in the scene, 2019 proved to be a deadly year for this war. On March the 19th, a 6-7 rapper called Leaks was driving through Clapham in South London with his brother. Now Clapham is territory of a gang called CT, who are closely aligned aligned
I've
with
heard of
150
CT.
and also beef 6-7. Leaks' brother, who was driving at the time, turned into a street called Clapham Park Road when they drove into traffic. Two members of the CT gang spotted Leaks in the passenger seat, one packed with a knife, the other with a walking crutch, and started to pursue the car and tried to spin his whip to avoid the traffic and get away. But unfortunately, while doing this, he crashed into a traffic light. One member of CT then lunged into the driver's seat while the window was open and stabbed Leaks' brother.
And you know what's crazy about this too? Like, bro, they doing this in the daytime. Guys, you gotta realize, like, you know, some people, they don't want to get in trouble. They would rather do, like, some of these crimes at night. No, they don't care. They do not care, bro. If they gonna spot you and see you at any time of the day, they're gonna try to take you out at that moment. Because they don't know when's the next time they're gonna be able to run across from you again. Nah, dude, in the daytime, too. Man, UK people are just different.
While the other members started whacking him with the walking stick. The 6-7 rapper Leaks actually managed to pull a walking stick from the back seat and tried to protect his brother. But in less than 10 seconds of confrontation, it was too late. And Leaks' brother sadly died from his injuries. The saddest thing about his death, Leaks' brother, who was a father at the time, wasn't even involved in the gang life. A couple months after this, an 18-year-old affiliate of CT called Stomps was also killed. And the 6-7 member called Giant was convicted for the murder and sentenced to life. Around this time, 6-7 started falling off quite a bit on music, especially after two of their main rappers, called ASAP and LD, were locked up for a county line operation, which was shipping crack and heroin from South London to more than an hour away in Basingstoke. More 6-7 members were also booked in 2019, running different county line operations around the country, and another 6-7 rapper called ST just got sentenced to 8 years for possession of a revolver. It was starting to seem like 6-7's time of being the king of drill music was now over, at a time when 150 rappers like M24 and Stick were starting to make moves in the music scene. But while 6-7 was starting to become more quieter in the scene, affiliates of 6-7 from a nearby estate called RuPaul Park were starting to make some noise on the scene, with two rappers from the estate called VD and Dopey dropping a very rude song directed towards mainly 150 and CT called Local Shops.
Yo, and another thing too is like haven't you noticed all these gang members, they all in trouble? Like, they either like out here murdering somebody, they're over here beating up people, they're over here getting in jail, or like fighting the cops and stuff like that. Like, it's not cool, guys. It's not cool, man. Like, I get what they gotta do. I know it's probably like their situation is hard, so you know they probably have to be maybe in the game because that's the only way to get out. And then they probably got to make music because that's the way to come up, you know, because they're struggling. I get that part. But at the same time, too, it's like, it's not cool doing that, bro. It's not cool because it's going to catch up to you. That's why, guys, like, if you're watching this video, just stay away from the street. Like, do your thing. Go be a nerd in school. Go read a book or something, you know, or maybe get a girlfriend or something too, but like, just stay out of the way. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to elevate as a person and God is going to reward you, man.
This song came with a lot of disses towards someone called S1. S1 was an 18-year-old CT member whose life was sadly ended in August 2019. S1 alongside one of his female friends were walking through Brixton when they were approached by a RuPaul Park member who went by the name TY. S1 and TY were seen conversing on the street, which ended with the pair going their separate ways. Around 30 minutes after the first altercation, S1 and his female friend were starting to make their way towards a nearby house and happened to walk past TY again. But this time, TY started to follow S1 and eventually approached him. This altercation was much more violent than the first, which ended in a fight with S1 being left with multiple stab wounds and sadly dying from his wounds. But after the success of their first song, VD and Dopey were starting to hit the booth more throughout 2019, and with RuPaul Park becoming more of a smaller batch, they were gonna start carrying the 6-7 name on their songs. But in September 2019, their music career was left on pause.
You know what it is too? It's like this really started phasing into a different type of music, like because of 67. Like, you know, I guess you could say they started all this. I guess all these rappers, they started taking like into that, like they started taking that into consideration, started making their own music, and now they started like basically just dissing whoever they had a problem with. And let's say like you know, they beat up somebody, or they go and like maybe like eliminate somebody from this earth. After they do those troubling things, they will talk about it. Or like, let's say like, for example, they say like, oh, I beat up my father or something like that. They're gonna drop a song on why he beat up his father. Like, basically the music is just the story about the bad things they done. Cause let's be real, drill music is about gang related stuff, right? So gang related stuff is obviously bad. It's not good. So
after VD and Dopey got into a situation outside the KFC in West London, which ended with VD stabbing the 17-year-old to death. VD and Dopey were both sentenced for this murder, but Dopey ended up beating the case. VD wasn't that lucky though, and he was convicted for the murder. But at this time, drill had started to become more commercialized, and even though some other 6-7 members were starting to release tracks, they weren't really popping off as much as they used to. While the top drill artists like Tion Wayne and Russ Millions were dropping more catchy and rhythm-based drill songs, 6-7 were still dropping more lyrically based and violent songs, which wasn't really with the times in 2020. But this is where,
hey guys, I think we gotta check out the history of how Suspect became Suspect. I'm thinking about this now. I'm like, yo, they gotta have something like that, and if they do, we gotta check it out.
150 rapper M24 really started to pop off, even jumping on a hit song with Tion Wayne called London. A new rapper from 6-7 called PR started making some noise on the scene though, but again his songs were more lyrically based and were also really violent, which ended with police taking down a lot of his tracks due to the feds saying that his songs were inciting violence, especially due to the spout of violence that was going on in Brixton at the time. But when we compare,
that's why I can't react to some of these artists. You see why the video says why.
Mainly due to the rundown estates in Brixton.
Get a world-class education with 100% online flexibility at Purdue University Global.
Hey, it's me, your skin. I crave being clear without irritation. CeraVe Acne Cleanser.
Like 150's block called Angel Town, being knocked down and rebuilt with nice modern apartments, making the area look almost unrecognizable from its former state. But unfortunately, the estate still has a big issue with gang violence, with it still being the area where 150 members reside and chill, which also means it's a hotspot for enemies who are looking for 150 members to go to, which was clear on August 20th, 2020, around 6 PM. On this day, 150's rapper called Stick was celebrating his birthday on the Angel Town estate. So a rapper called 16 Shots, who's from an affiliate gang of 6-7, took a trip to the Angel Town estate that day. When he arrived, he managed to find 150 rapper Sticks and stabbed him in his face. But when 16 Shots tried to make an escape from the estate, multiple 150 members were catching wind to what just happened and started to chase him out the estate. But once the gang caught up to him, the rapper 16 Shots was stabbed repeatedly, leaving him with a total of 33 stab wounds all over.
Bro, ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way, bro. 33 wounds? You need to tell me you got stabbed 33 times. 33 times. Dude. You gonna start looking like like a block of Swiss cheese, bro. 33 times?
Over his body.
You know what I'm talking about, like how the cheese, they got all them holes in it? Yo, I just thought about it. Yo, if I ever became a drill rapper, I just thought about it. Yo, put all these holes on you, making you... Wait, put all these holes on you, I'll make you look like Swiss cheese. Oh! Well, stop playing with me, man. I could become a drill rapper too, just without the gang violence, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with that gang stuff.
In front of herds of
but dude, 33 times, that's just wow, dude. Like,
police arrived at the scene after multiple calls about the incident. When the ambulance arrived, they tried to treat the wounds, but because there were so many, paramedics had to strip him naked in front of the residents of the estate, with 16 Shots constantly begging for a blanket to cover him up. But the medical workers soon realized that the injuries were much worse than they thought, so they had to airlift him to a nearby hospital, where he sadly died later on. Sticks, along with a few more 150 members, were originally arrested for the murder, with some being...
Yo, and UK, it seems like that they're very, very territorial. You step on their territory, you better be lucky you get out of there alive. You better be lucky you get out of there with no harm. let
released
alone.
under investigation and some being released with no further action. But at the end of last year, after the feds had investigated the murder, another 150 rapper called M-Dog, alongside a few more members, got charged for the murder and are currently awaiting trial. M-Dog was actually quite a big pioneer for UK drill music, with him jumping on one of the first ever UK drill songs, which is sad to see him go out like that. And with another triple shooting on the Angel Town estate last year on September the 12th, leaving an affiliate of 150 called Chino dying, shows this beef has no signs of ending soon, despite both groups seeing musical success. Nowadays,
Damn,
UK
bro.
drill is in a completely different place to how it was in 2013, with new age drill artists being judged more on their musical ability rather than what they've done on the streets. But it's impossible to have a conversation of the pioneers of UK drill music without talking about 6, 7 and 150's launch of the genre. It's been your boy Kid Nerd, and peace out.
Hey man, what you guys think about that? You know, like I said, man, like these UK artists, they don't mess around. You stay in their, you step on their territory, or you get in their way, you best believe you better pray and be blessed that you get out of there safe, man, because oh man, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, and the fact too, when you're in these games too, you don't last long. Like, I'm not trying to be messed up. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. Like, you hear all these stabbings, you hear all these shootings, you hear this and that. I'm surprised I haven't heard he died by like a car explosion or something like that, because they crazy out there, you know. But it is what it is. Like I told you guys, man, stay out of the way. Do not get in this game related stuff. And if you are gonna do drill music, keep it up with the lyrics. Don't diss anybody. If you're gonna diss somebody, at least like diss your cat or something like that, man. You know, like. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video, man. If you reached to the end of this video, thank you guys so much, and I appreciate all the recent love I've been receiving, man. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here, man. So thank you for that. And with that being said, it's your boy Flamo. I love you guys so much. Tune into the next video and enjoy the rest of your day.